Welcome to Season 3 of Am I Old Yet? An audio comedy by Floyd Kennedy. It's a weekly program, each episode a self-contained unit in which 77-year-old Helen enjoys a conversation with family, friends and total strangers. This is episode 4. Check your rear mirror. Helen is ordering her coffee at the Cheese Shop Cafe, completely unaware who might be waiting behind her. What ensues is another encounter with an interesting stranger. $50. Here you go. Do you want the receipt? No, thanks.
Ow!
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, that's all right.
Oh, hang on. Oh, I bumped into you before, didn't I?
Yes, I believe you did. No, don't worry about it. It's not a problem. I was in the way.
No, you weren't. You were behind me. That's not in the way.
It is if you're walking backwards.
Oh, well, that's very true. I'm so sorry. Now, are you all right? Can I buy you a coffee as recompense? You don't have to sit with me or anything. I'm sure you've got better things to do.
Oh, you don't have to do that, but it's very kind of you to offer.
Oh, go on. Let me do that, at least.
Oh, well, why not? I'm happy to sit with you for a bit. I've got nothing better to do.
What kind of coffee do you want?
Flat white, please.
Did you get that? $3.50. Here you go again. Thanks, I'll bring them over. So where would you like to sit? Inside or out?
Inside, I'd say. It's a bit cold today, isn't it?
Certainly is. How about here? This will do. Here we go. Now tell me, why don't you have anything better to do, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I don't mind. I'm not working at the moment. Got made redundant.
Goodness! In the middle of a pandemic?
Yes, indeed.
Well, that's a bit rough.
Yes, it did feel like that at first.
So what did you do? I mean, what was your job that they made you redundant from?
Truck driver.
Truck driver? Oh, my goodness. I thought the world was desperate for truck drivers.
Well, yes, some people are, but the company that I was working for was going closed down. The old guy running it retired, and the family weren't interested in carrying it on. They did the decent thing and made us redundant, which meant that we got a decent payout.
Oh, well, that's something. And you didn't think of taking up one of those desperate truck drivery jobs that they're so anxious to fill?
You know, to be perfectly honest, I'm very glad I was made redundant. I was totally over it.
Ah, so now the world is your oyster.
Oh, well, you could certainly say that.
What's your name, by the way?
Evan.
Evan. Sounds a bit Welsh.
I suppose it does. I suppose I sound a little bit Welsh.
Oh, no. I would say you sound quite a lot Welsh.
Oh, well, that's good, because I am Welsh.
Lovely. And what part of Wales are you from?
Flintshire.
Oh. And where were you driving your trucks?
All over the country, from John O'Groats to Land's End and parts beyond.
So you used to travel on the continent?
Yes, I did.
And how long did you do that for?
Oh, about 18 years.
Here's your coffees. Anything else? No, thanks. That's lovely.
Yes, I took it up just before my son was born.
Oh, my goodness. So you would have had to spend all that time away from him?
Yes, indeed. And it's one of those things, isn't it, to know the value of what you've got before it's gone. Missed a lot of his growing up.
Yes, indeed.
But, you know, in the early days, my wife, my boy, the baby, used to come with me on trips, which was really quite fun. It's had to stop, of course, when he started school. Took him quite a while to settle down, you know.
Oh, yes, I can imagine. How's he doing now?
Oh, he's good. Yes. No. Oh, you know, me and my wife, we split up. We stayed good mates. The boy's fine. I'd like to see them more often, but, well...
Maybe you can now.
How do you mean?
Your unemployed state. You can do what you like.
Well, yes, I guess I could. I could find a job somewhere near them.
Where are they?
Cardiff.
Oh, Cardiff. Nice place. I've been to Cardiff. It's got a big castle and a good football team.
Yes, well, the castle bit's true.
So tell me, Evan from Wales, what would you like to do if you could do anything in the world? What did you want to be, you know, when you grew up, when you were a kid?
Rally driver. I wanted to race cars. I was always a bit of a petrol head.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So I'm thinking you probably know a lot about how engines work.
Well, I used to. Not so much these days, since it all went digital.
Oh, yeah. Sort of once the world turned into a throwaway society. Make things that can't be fixed. You have to buy a new one.
Yeah, that's pretty much where the car industry went. For a while, anyway.
Oh, are they starting to turn back?
Well, no, not really, but they are at least starting to give more reasonable advice on how to go about getting things fixed.
So that doesn't interest you then? Fixing cars?
No, but doing up old cars, yes. Yes, that's something I'm very fond of. I've always got something or other going on in the back garden.
Oh my goodness. Maybe your new career lies in that direction.
Oh no, it's just a hobby. I don't think I'm that good at it, to actually make a living out of it.
But I mean, excuse me for asking this. Tell me to mind my own business, but how long do you think your redundancy payment will last if you don't get a job?
Oh, I could probably live off it for a couple of years if I'm careful, taking a lodger maybe.
Right, so you could maybe take, say, a whole year to see if you can make a business out of it.
Out of what?
Out of doing up old cars, reviving the cars of yesteryear. Well, I mean, you know, like if you started now doing your research, everything's about researching, see if you can find a way to set up your own garage in Cardiff. When was the last time you were down there?
Oh, last weekend.
Right, so do you have friends and family commitments here in London that would stop you from moving to Cardiff?
Oh no, not really. Friends down the local pub. No. I could sell the house, move to Cardiff. Nothing to stop me doing that.
Well, you could go down there and rent a place at first, see if it works out for you. See if you can find a place to rent with a nice big yard and a garage that you could start fitting up, tooling it. I don't know if that's what they call it.
Yes, I know what you mean. Getting the tools together.
And also just finding out what the vintage car scene is like in Cardiff. You know, for people looking to have old cars done up, for them to go on their rallies.
Well, there is a good vintage car scene in Cardiff area. I know the people involved.
That's a start. Worth thinking about, perhaps?
Yes, I shall think about it. Give it some serious consideration. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
It's Helen. Lovely to meet you, Evan.
Lovely to meet you too, Helen. I've seen you here a few times.
But fortunately only been bumped into twice.
You're right, and I'd say backed into rather than bumped into.
Oh, that's absolutely what I did. I must stop doing that. Reversing in public places without indicating.
Or you could get one of those reversing sounds that they put on the back of trucks, going beep, beep, beep.
That's a great idea. And it would have to automatically sound off if I ever started walking backwards. You could fit me up with it. I'm a vintage vehicle.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that.
No, but I would, and that's what counts.
Really? But you're not...
Don't you dare say it.
Why not?
Because it's not true, any more than it's false. It's a paradox. Because it is also both true and false.
I'm confused.
Well, let me see if I can break it down like this. Just so you know, if it ever comes up again with someone else of my generation, shall we say? It is true that I am old in terms of the number of years that I've lived. It is also true that I am not old because I don't fit in with what some people think of as old.
Ah, I see what you mean, Yoda. But why can't I say that you're not old? If you can say it, why can't I?
Oh, now that's a whole other can of worms. How long have you got? That was Check Your Rearview Mirror, Episode 4, Season 3 of Am I Old Yet? By me, Floyd Kennedy. Evan was played by Edward Donnelly, and Helen was played by me. You can treat Ed to a cup of coffee by donating at buymeacoffee.com/amioldYet, or you could help me to cover the production costs by subscribing at patreon.com/amioldYet. And if you're enjoying Helen's adventures, please share it among your friends, and also take a moment to drop a review in your favourite podcasting app or on the website www.amioldYet.com/reviews/new. It's got its own page. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.